I got the good microphone this time. There, that's good. Okay. Hey guys, today, July 2nd, 2020, is the 3-year anniversary since I started streaming on YouTube. Of course, I started streaming on Meow Mew and just a live feed camera of Vibrant Valley, but I still have friends today that I made back then, so I do consider that to be the root of my streaming. So I would usually do like an anniversary stream where I'd stream like Toontown or something like that, something nostalgic for fun. But this time I wanted to create a video talking about what I've learned, the friends that I've made, and as well as my channel and what I'm thinking for the future. Just for you guys and also for me, so I can look back and see what my thought process was right now, and if I actually end up doing that or not. But I also want to give some advice in case anyone's looking to make content or stream on YouTube, because even though my channel is pretty small and I didn't put an excessive amount of time into it, I did put a decent amount of hours and I did learn stuff, so I thought maybe I could at least share a unique perspective from anyone who would like to learn a little bit about what it takes to do this. So I won't really go into the history of my channel too much, but I've played a lot of different things, and one problem with, I wouldn't say a problem, but one thing that can be a little bit defeating about YouTube is that people like one type of content from a channel, and YouTube supports that. The algorithm supports you creating one type of content, and that's not YouTube's fault, and it's not the viewer's fault. You find a channel and they create animations, you subscribe to them for animations. You find, I don't know, Kerbal Space Program, Matt Lone, he creates Kerbal Space Program videos, that's why you subscribe to him. One problem I've had is that, like many people, I like a lot of different stuff. I like a lot of games, and I wanted to share all of that. And in doing that, I feel like I didn't make my channel as efficient. I feel like if I made my channel goodness me. If I made my channel one thing, it would have been more efficient. But then, when you do that, you become a Minecraft YouTuber, you become Kerbal Space Program YouTuber. Those are two that have been called, just because I played them so much. A Toontown YouTuber, streamer, things like that. And it's hard too, because if someone joins the stream while I'm playing Toontown and I play Toontown for the next 5 streams and they're like, wow, this is really fun, I enjoy this, and the next stream I'm like, hey guys, I'm playing Rocket League, they're like, what the heck, I thought we were going to play in Toontown, we had a routine here. And I get that that's hard, and I get that's not enjoyable for everyone. It is unfortunate for me, like, oh yeah, woe is me. But I would say if you're gonna get into YouTube or you want to do this sort of thing, you need to think about that, because it is taxing when you're like, oh, I want to share a really cool game with you guys. Like Dishonored is one of my favorite games of all time, but it's also one of my least popular videos. I had a lot of fun playing it every time I streamed it, but it's just not that popular. I'm looking here at my channel, I've got Toontown and then Minecraft and then a random cat video next to drawing and stuff like that. And these videos, definitely make up who I am as a person, but it's hard to subscribe to this and keep watching it, because it's like rolling the dice, like, what is he gonna do next, what am I gonna stream next? And I get that can be hard. So, and it's rare that a person can surpass that. Like, you have someone like PewDiePie, where they have become, they're very popular, but PewDiePie has a very charismatic personality, and people like him, so he can oftentimes play like a massive variety of games, and people just enjoy watching him play whatever, like I do. Usually whatever he does, I can watch. Not everything, but a lot of things I quite enjoy watching his recent content. Old content, not so much. That's another thing. Content can evolve over time, and people evolve over time. I'm definitely a lot more confident than I was in front of a camera and a microphone, but being, you know, like, more like, if this is where I started and this is where I am now, I would be like much farther in the future. Like, I'm still not nearly as comfortable as I could be in front of a camera, in front of a microphone. So that's something to consider when you're streaming, is just like, what kind of content are people subscribing for? Are you going to want to make the same content? Like Fortnite streamers, that's all they play all the time. It's like, it's tough. So another thing is consistency, and I'm not trying to say, like, I keep hitting this. I'm not trying to say that this is what I did and this is how you do it. I was not consistent with my channel. And I think that's okay, because I wasn't trying to make this a career. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy. I was streaming when I thought it was fun, and I would stop when I needed a break. And I think that was really good for my mental health. You can see a lot of YouTubers out there struggling mentally because they don't give themselves a break, or because they think they can't take one. I always kind of put my mental health on like oh, I'm not gonna stream tonight because I don't want to, or I don't want to play this game anymore, so I won't. But, that can put a strain on your mental health too, because if you have been streaming one game for a while, like let's say I was streaming, I don't know, Kerbal Space Program, and then all of a sudden I start playing Black Ops 4. People are like, oh, where's Kerbal Space Program? People say that in the comments. You think that shouldn't bother you, but it does. Or at least it bothered me, because I tend to be very agreeable and I want everyone to be happy. And when they verbally say, I'm not happy because, they're not trying to be mean, and they're just voicing what they want, but, I want to make them happy. But, of course, a realization we all have to come to is that you can't make every single person happy. So even with that knowledge, it still, troubles you sometimes, trying to, find the balance. So I would just say, you have to do what makes you happy, and if someone's toxic, do not be afraid to get rid of them, ban them, quiet them, stuff like that. This is going to be a little rambly, but I'm going to go for it. People who come to live streams, I'm not saying all, and I'm not faulting them for this, tend to like interaction. I don't want to say attention, they tend to like interaction, because when you're there, you get to talk to the person and they talk back to you, and you can form even a friendship. I would call some of the people who come to my streams friends, and I would say I even made a best friend in streaming. So it's an interesting dynamic, because in the end, I don't really know you and you don't really know me. All we really know is what we say, what I show on stream, and things like that. But yeah, like I said, if someone's being toxic, don't just get rid of them. Even if they're, you might like that someone's at your stream, like no one's at your stream and someone shows up and they're being toxic, just get rid of them. It's not worth it. I struggle with this because, like I said, I'm agreeable and I want everyone to be happy and stuff like that, but it's just not worth it. Another thing I wanted to talk about with mental health is people's comments can get to you, but try not to let them do that. Like if you're streaming, I get this, I've even got this like within the last week. You'll be streaming one game consistently and someone will be like, oh, you're a Minecraft streamer, oh great, Raft again. It can hurt a little bit, but just ignore them, because you have to play things, you have to do things that make you happy, because if you're not enjoying it, it's very obvious and everyone will tell and no one else will have fun. If they say, oh, you're playing this game again, and then you bend to that and then go play a different game to appease them, it's like, you're not happy. Are they going to be happy that you're not happy? I mean, I would hope not. Like that would suck if they're like they're just happy you're playing the game and they don't care about your well-being. But I want to talk more about the people who come to streams want that interaction. They like the attention between the two of them, and between me and you, pretty much, when I'm streaming. And I've discovered that people often like to, what's the word for it? It's almost like an instant way to get interaction is talk to a streamer. And what I've found is that you don't want to feed negative attention, because that creates a toxic environment for the chat and everything. So just don't. If you get a bad vibe from someone, don't be afraid to get rid of them, because you're probably right. Something else I want to talk about is that if you actually want to do YouTube as something official, you're like, or Twitch, sorry, I'm talking a lot about YouTube, but Twitch matters too, because most of what I've done is streaming, is you have to have a goal and you have to have an atmosphere. Do you want your stream to be loud and high saturation and fun for kids and you know, like, or are you going for that like chill, like lo-fi thing that I kind of go for? And you know, what is it that you want to create? Personally, what I've always wanted to create is, when I went on YouTube and I saw people yelling and screaming and the Logan Pauls and Jake Pauls and things like that, not to fault them, like I don't know them and I know that they've done good too, but just and they're high energy and we need people in the world like that. Personally, I am not as high energy. I can be high energy, but generally I'm not, especially when I'm just chilling playing like Kerbal Space Program or something like that. I wanted to create an area that was like really like chill. I wanted to have somewhere where people could go and relax and have friendly people where they can hang out without fear of being judged and things like that. I don't want to say create a safe space, because that has a negative connotation with it, you know, but I just wanted somewhere where people could enjoy and watch video games and have a chill time, something just have on in the background maybe. That was the idea. So to continue about consistency on YouTube or Twitch or anywhere, you need to be really consistent with your content. So people need to be able to rely on you like a routine. That goes for creating content that's within a similar vibe. You know, if you want to go for the variety stuff, try it as best you can. Just create varied content consistently. You know, I think the Yogscast is a good example of that, where at least back in the past, it was Lewis and Simon doing stuff, and me personally, I liked their dynamic, and it didn't really matter what they were doing. I just enjoyed watching the two of them interact. So if you can be charismatic enough to get that yourself, then more power to you. That's what I like. That's what I would have liked. I don't know if I've gotten that or not, but of course that goes without saying, be yourself. I still struggle with being myself. I think if I'm really comfortable, I tend to be more energetic than I am on stream, but then again, I also am just chilling, listening to lo-fi music, so it's not really an atmosphere that allows me to be really hyper and crazy. I'd say I'm definitely much more myself than when I started, but it's still hard to get there, and I don't know how long it would take me to get there. But so I guess if I were to continue talking about being yourself, I would say that you need to have a microphone. I don't know how many people try to do this mess without a microphone. You need to have one. I don't care if you don't like your voice. I don't care if you think it's annoying. You need to have one, because guarantee you people will not care. I've heard people with awesome voices, you know, become successful. I've also heard people with not so nice voices be successful. So it all comes down to a matter of opinion. Just do it. Just get a microphone. If you can, get a face cam. Face cams tend to be more stressful because you need a level of presentability, but I think that's also good because it's good to be presentable at all times. Like, I mean, it's hard for me to say that when it's like, oh, you have to practice what you preach, right? And when I'm, you know, playing a game like that, you know, I don't know, it's tough. When you stream for 6 hours, it gets tough. So, but yeah, I would say that a face cam isn't fully necessary, but it helps. People like putting a face to a name, and a voice to a face and things like that. I remember I didn't have a face cam and I got it. I thought there'd be more reaction than there was, but there wasn't. So, oh well. But when I turn the face cam off sometimes when I'm just not feeling like I want my face online, people ask, oh, where's the face cam? Oh, I missed the face cam. So it's not fully necessary, and I get if you have self-esteem issues and don't feel comfortable sharing your face, that's fine. But I would say the most important thing is your voice. You need to talk. And you need to talk as much as possible. In a lot of my videos, there's a lot of dead air, just because I guess I'm trying to focus on the game or enjoy myself, and it's definitely hard to talk consistently, especially when you're playing a game. It takes a lot of practice to be able to think cohesively while playing a game, especially if the game requires a lot of, you know, complex thinking patterns. Like, trying to talk like this while playing Overwatch is really hard. So that's another point I wanted to make about that. Anyway, those are the stuff that I can think of right now. If you'd like to leave any question for me you want in the comments, and I will answer it, because I know I probably haven't answered it or talked about everything that I ever could. So if you have any questions for me about anything, just ask and I'll reply to them in the comments and answer you. So another thing I mentioned I wanted to talk about is the amount of the friends that I've made, because I've got about 260-ish subscribers. Not subscribers, 260-ish friends. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't consider all of them friends. Majority of them, you know, subscribe and then bye. But yeah, I have made a lot of good friends. I would say that that's probably the thing that keeps bringing me back to streaming, because I'll get on and I'll see people and talk. I won't see people, but I'll talk to people that I haven't talked to, and it's really nice to interact with you all, because you're all individuals and I can see that in you. And there are people who don't turn up to streams anymore that I miss, and it does make me sad, but I know they have their lives of their own, and I just hope that they're doing well, because you know, I miss them. But if you're going to be doing streaming, definitely work on the relation part, because that's been the most rewarding for me, is actually making friends on here. And because I've done it for about 3 years, 3 years is the difference between being 13 years old and 16. That's the difference between entering like 6th grade and entering 9th grade. So I also had the opportunity to see a lot of you mature, and I see that now. I see how much you've changed, and it's really cool. It's really cool. And I guess I do miss you guys when I stop streaming. I'm getting a little choked up here. But in the end, anyway, that's the advice that I wanted to give. I also want to talk about my going forward, where I want my channel to be in the future, and it's really hard. It's something I've thought about a lot, and I'm still not really sure what to do with it, because I've been getting into animation lately, and animation is really fun. It's difficult because it's like, oh, I want to stream and I want to do animation, but I don't want to make 2 separate channels, you know? It's like, I want my animation to be under the name SodaScarf. And I want my streams to be under the name SodaScarf. But there's like 2 colliding people there. It's like people subscribe to Aim Kid because they like animations, and people subscribe to, you know, someone else to watch live stream. So it's just tough. So I still haven't decided what I do, and it's something I'm still thinking about. I still haven't discovered. I'm thinking that maybe if I moved away from streaming video games, I could focus more on art, and if I did more art streams, then I can still interact with people while still catering to art, because I feel like games are such a wide... There's so much competition with video games that I don't know if I'm... Like, I love playing video games, but I don't know if I'm the best at streaming them. I don't know if it's my niche. Maybe my niche is more art-esque. One thing that was always really popular was the draw together, where everyone can draw on the same canvas. Everyone liked those. So we'll see if I continue playing games or if I go into art more. It's tough. It's always gonna change. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk for a little bit about freaking 3 years. You know, you grow up, isn't it weird? Still got my scarves. People ask me, why did you pick the name SodaScarf? And I've answered a few times, but I guess I'd go on the record and talk about why I did it officially here. So it was 2012. My friends were like, you have to get Xbox Live because we can play Black Ops like 2 and stuff together. So I was like, okay, great, I'll do it. And or I don't know if I was getting an Xbox itself or just getting Xbox Live, but it was like, make a username. And I was like, God, username. Like, I'd always just used anything for usernames, and I was like, you know what I like? I like soda, and I like scarves. So I named it SodaScarf 13 because I was 13 years old. And I actually really liked it. I really liked the way it said, like, SodaScarf. And I didn't start branding it until I started YouTube. Like, it was like, just, oh yeah, SodaScarf. It was just his name. I didn't start pushing the scarves, the sodas, until I started on SodaScarf as a YouTube channel. And I think it's just fun. It's been natural for me because I enjoy scarves and stuff like that. I don't wear them as often as I do on stream, but I do like them. I think they're fun. One thing I enjoy is, like, when I visit other places, bringing back a scarf. Like, I have a scarf. I have 2 scarves from the UK, and those are, you know, awesome. I love them. They're actually they're the rainbow. Maybe I should show all of my scarves, shouldn't I? Okay, let's do that. That'll be fun. 3 anniversary stream scarf show off. So this is the OG. This is the most inspired. This is just a plain purple scarf. I think I actually got it on Amazon when I first got my Amazon account. But, you know, it's pretty much all about what, you know, my, purple, SodaScarf and a purple scarf is pretty much synonymous with the brand. Yes, this is a May shirt. I got it when I was May for Halloween. Don't judge me. Let me get the other. Okay, I've got them all. So some of these aren't that exciting, but I do still like them. So this one is one that I have for a long time. My grandma got it for me. It's just it's like a normal scarf. I remember wearing it sometimes when it was cold. It's just a cute normal scarf, but of course not very interesting. I have some more that aren't very interesting. This one's very similar, but I think it's more fashionable. You know, you could actually pair this with an outfit a bit better. And this one as well is the same, kind of like a good fall or winter thing. It's cute. And then the last one I have is, well, not the last one. The last one that's, I have a lot of them that are just pretty plain and stuff like that, so we don't have to worry about those. Here's another one that's just sort of plain. Here are the exciting ones. So this one This one is green, and this is from when I used my scarf and my beanie as a green screen. So that was a fun time. So I just have a green screen scarf thing I could ever use if I wanted to. I just got it from Amazon. It's nice and soft. A little see-through though, which is the problem. This one I like. It's kind of ugly, but I still like it a lot. Like, I don't know if I'd ever wear it out in public, but I think it's really cute. I've worn it on stream a few times. I got this from like a corner shop in the UK. It's just got the Union Jack on it, which I really like. I'm really into English, British culture. I think it's really fascinating. I'm like 50% British, so I like learning about their culture. It's really fun. So I got this one from there. The next one, I want to show the other one I got from there. So this one I got from the UK as well. I'm not trying to brag. I just want to show you guys my scarves. I swear. So this one I got from the city of Bath. There was like a little area selling all these scarves, and I just thought this one is so pretty. It's a nice rainbowy one, so I decided to get it. I'll toss that on my bed. So this one, I don't know where I got this one. It's probably the frilliest scarf I have, but it's got like pineapples and things. So I think 2018 I had a phase where I was really in anything tropical, and I got this to go alongside my sorry, I'll bend down. I got this to go along with my tropical streams when I was streaming raft and stuff like that. This one I'm not actually super sure about. I don't know when I got it. I don't know, it's a spooky scarf. It's just got like a bunch of ghouls and ghosts on it. So it's great for, spooky streams or something like that, but I don't think I've ever worn it on stream because I don't usually do spooky stuff. It'd be fun though. This one is fall maple leaves-esque. I got this one from Canada, and like I said, I want to try to get a scarf from everywhere I go, but I wanted something that was good for fall. And if you actually notice in my profile picture, this is the scarf I'm wearing. So it works really well with the May shirt, I think. And we have another this one's very mute. It's like a grayish one. It's pretty simple. It's nice. Nothing to say about it. My last scarf is this one. It's another purple scarf, nice dark purple. And this one's this isn't actually my last one. Here, let me show this one first. This one fell. This is probably my most recent edition, I think. It's my sad boy. It's my sad boy scarf. Also for tropical, kind of vaporwave-esque, like an Arizona tea. But this one has actually been crocheted lovingly by my wonderful girlfriend, Juice 3.14. She is so sweet, and I love her so much, and she made me this amazing scarf, which took so much time. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. It's very soft, and it's very nice, and I love it. I am now scarfless. So yeah, I could show you my hats, but they're all like right there, so I don't have to show any of them. Yeah, anyway, this has been a long and rambly video, but I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't as serious as I originally intended it to be, but I just wanted to give some thoughts and thank you for sticking around. It's been fun. It's been really fun. Ups and downs, but overall I look back on the whole experience as a positive. So let me see if there's anything else. I think that was all I wanted to say. Like I said, ask me any questions about streaming or anything about me, and I'll answer them within reason. So, thank you guys so much for your support for the last 3 years. It's much appreciated, and I hope to see you guys in the new content that I make, and it's gonna be great growing up together, pretty much. that's kind of what's happened, and that's what we'll continue to do. So that's it. 3 years, we did it, boys. We got them. Okay, that's enough of that. Thank you, all my friends that I've made. It's very appreciated. And wherever you are, if it's morning, have a good morning. If it's afternoon, have a good afternoon. If it's night, no wait, if it's evening, have a good evening. But if it's night, which it will be eventually, if it's not already for you, because that's how time works, have a good night, everyone. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. I'm so bad at saying byes. Thanks for 3 years. Bye.